Good morning, kids. Today what we're going to do is a lot of yoga that has to do with warriors and Superman. And so it's going to be a lot of yoga on a lot of different topics. So let's move through. Let's enjoy the movement as we go through. And remember, always, always to try to add some flexibility to your bodies, to make sure that after this yoga class that you drink lots of water, that you eat well, that you get outside and play, and just do good things for your body. Okay, let's get started today with our warrior kids workout. All right, we're going to go to our mats. And a mat, a towel, whatever you have, a rug, whatever it is that you need to make this work. Okay? And we always begin with the breath. So let's just stand in mountain pose. We talked about mountain pose last time, but mountain pose is when you stand with your feet shoulder length apart, your arms down to your side, your palms forward, and we're just going to practice our breathing for a few seconds. We're going to calm ourselves down. So take in a nice deep breath through your nose, fill up your rib cage, and then breathe out through your nose as you let all the air funnel down into your belly. Let it all go, let it all out. Taking another deep breath in, and let all the air come out through your nose. Again, a deep breath in, hold it at the top just for a moment, and let it all go out. Okay. Next, let's get into our easy seated pose because we're going to play cards today. All right? I have a whole bunch of cards here, and we're going to play cards and go through them, and we're going to almost do like a Simon Says. So here we go. Simon Says, breathe. So we're going to begin with a nice deep breath. Again, fill up and release that breath all the way out through your nose. And then we're going to warm up just by taking a shoulder down to our knee. Oh, twisting your body. And then coming around. And let's take another shoulder to the knee. Oh, yeah. Let's twist around. Bring a shoulder to the knee. Look behind you. Breathe. Take the other shoulder to the knee and look behind you. Oh, that feels so good. That's stretching out our backs. So let's take our hands and turn them palms up onto our knees. Let's take another deep breath in. Close our eyes. And now breathe all the way out. Feel the calmness coming to your body. Relax. Enjoy. So we're going to come around, and our first card says easy seated pose. So that's where we are, in an easy seated pose. Our next card, so we have easy seated pose here. Our next card, because we're playing cards today, says flower pose. So with the flower pose, we're going to add a little bit of balance. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring our heels of our feet together and press our toes down. Take our hands under each one of our legs. Now bring the heels closer to us. Spread your fingers wide so they look like nice, beautiful flowers. Feel your back work. Come to your toes. And then sit back and put your toes together and have your hands out. Okay? This is a balancing flower pose. If that one's too hard, just put your feet down and reach down and spread your fingers wide and hold. So, either way, it's fun. And you can feel that strong pull through your back. We have something back there called our psoas muscle, and it's kind of what holds our tops and our bottoms together. And so we're stretching that as we're doing this. Okay, bring it back out and give yourself a nice big morning hug. All right, it might be afternoon, it could be evening, whenever you're watching, but give yourself a big hug. So, Our next group that we have here, we're going to move through and we're going to do that from standing. So what I want you to do is bring your knees around. First of all, we're going to be on all fours on our knees. And we're going to throw in a little bit of a cow with our head and our tail lifted. And then a little bit of a cat, rising up with our back, breathing down into cow, and pulling up into cat. And now pressing back and lifting up into a first downward facing dog. Pressing in through your fingers, pressing through your heels. Let's walk the dog. Knee in, heel down, knee in, heel down, knee in, heel down, knee in, heel down. One more time. Knee in, heel down, knee in, heel down. And then let's walk to the front of our mats. Rise up, lift up, and bring our hands back down into mountain pose. There we go. So we're standing very stable with our hands into mountain pose. We're going to lift up to the sky and swan dive down to our toes. We're going to lift up into half monkey, looking at the front of our mat. That's what this is called. Our back is flat, our chin is lifted, and then we're going to fold back down. And next, we're going to do something called a lunge. We're going to take our right foot back and really stretch through our heel. And our knee is over our ankle in our front, and we're taking that leg back, and we're stretching our calf muscle. We're going to bring that forward. We're going to take the other leg back and lunge and stretch into our calf muscle. We're going to do that again. Breathe and take the other leg back and stretch. We're going to breathe and take the other leg back and stretch. We're going to breathe. We're going to circle up, bring our arms up and our hands to our side, and standing once again into mountain pose. Okay, next, we're going to do something called chair. And when we do chair, we're going to take our toes and put them together. We're going to put our heels together too. And then we're going to sit back like we're sitting into a chair and bring our hands out in front of us. But we want to make sure our knees are over our ankles and we're sitting back in that chair. Okay, sit down a little more if you can, if you want. Bring your arms to the side, push your shoulders back. Yeah, like hands up, we're surrendering. But we're pressing and opening, having a seat through. And now we're going to do something called volcano. This is fun. We're going to lift up, explode, and come back down. We're going to lift up and explode and come back down. We're going to lift up and explode and come back down for volcano. Okay, are you still with me? Let's keep going. We're going to twist now. We're going to do the twist. So knees are together, toes are together. We're going to turn to one side. An elbow is up, an elbow is down. We're going to try to bring our thumbs into the center of our chest. Pressing down, holding, lifting up through our core, through the top of our body, and bringing it back to our center. Let's explode again. Up we go, explode, and have a seat. Bring it in, explode, and have a seat. Bring it in again, explode, and have a seat. Bring in your hands to your heart center. Let's turn and twist the other way. Elbow to knee, elbow to side, thumbs to heart center. Oh yeah, beautiful twist. Try to keep your knees the same. And then come back into your center. And now we're going to do more. So come on up, shake it out. And we did 4 of our cards there, maybe 5. So we can take these cards now, because we did the mountain pose, we did the forward bend, the swan dive, we did the chair, we did the lunge. And we did the volcano. So we have more cards over on that side. So next, oh, let's see what we have. 2 more cards here. And one says sunflower, and the other one says moonflower. So we're going to do sun and moon. And so we're going to stand with our feet together first and take a nice deep breath and bring our arms up like we're saying, I give up. But what we're saying is, I am going to do this. And then we're just going to bend down just into a seat again. And we're going to take our legs outside of our mat. So with our hands up and our legs outside of our mat, we're going to bring our elbows down to our waist. And we're going to lift. We're going to bring our elbows down to our waist and lift. Bring those elbows, open up your chest and lift. Bring it down and lift. 2 more and lift. The last one and lift. And now we're going to gather up and lift and gather up and lift and breathe in and breathe out. Let's put it together. Down with the elbows, lift, gather and lift. Down with the elbows, lift, gather and lift. And we're breathing in and we're breathing out. And we're breathing in and we're breathing out. So you just did sunflower and moonflower. Yeah. Let's see what else we have in store for today. Oh, I think I told you, it's Warrior Day. Yes, we're going to do the warriors now. So I'm looking at the warrior cards. And we are going to begin with first warrior. So our foot goes in the front of our mat. Our back foot goes to the back of the mat. And we turn our toes slightly to the front, but our heels are together. Like you can see my one heel is to the other heel. We're going to twist our hips so they're forward. We're going to bend that front knee and bring our hands up above us. So we're going to push back our right hip and bring forward our left hip. Push back on this hip, bring this hip forward. You can't figure that one out. We're going to push back on the knee that's up, and we're going to push forward on the leg that's extended. So up we go. Take in a nice deep breath, and let's hold. And you can do a little back bend here if you want. Oh yeah, it feels good on your back. And then all we're going to do is turn our hips to the front, and we're going to look over our third finger and make sure our knee is over our ankle and our back leg is straight. Into warrior 2, strong warriors that we are. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. And then I'm going to offer something. And I'm going to pull back and let my hands slide down my back leg. And we're doing what's called reverse warrior. So as we do the reverse warrior, what I want you to do is stretch out the whole front of you. As we lean back and look up to the sky. And then we're going to take our forearm right here and bring it down to the top of our leg. We're going to turn and twist again and lift to the sky. Spread our fingers wide and hold. Now our legs have not moved. They're the same. And next we're going to bring our bicep, which is the inside of our muscle, and put it over our ear and really stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then we're going to come up and we're going to straighten that front leg, leave the back leg where it is, straighten the front leg. Now, if you have a block or a pillow or anything, you can use it here. You can put this down because what we're going to do is open up our chest and hold our triangle pose. Now, You might not need that block, and you can just reach down towards your ankle or your shin, wherever you want to go, and open up. Yeah, this is our triangle pose. And then we're going to bend our knee and come right back up into second warrior. Looking over our fingertips, stretching along, breathing in, and then we're going to pinwheel around, come to the front, so our hips are to the front, our feet haven't changed. And we're going to bring our hands back together and bow down for that side. We're going to bring our feet together and we're going to stand in mountain pose like we began with. And now let's do the other side. You can do this. So we're going to take the other leg and we're going to lunge back with it, but we're going to make sure our heels line up, our toes point a little bit at an angle, our knee is bent in the front, and then we're going to twist our body around so it faces front, bring our hands up, and hold for first warrior. You can bring your hands out to the side like this if you want. You can bring them together, whatever feels good for you today. Breathe in and breathe out. And then let's twist and look over our third finger and really stretch through, pulling in, making sure that our knee is even with our arm, and we're stretching out into second warrior. Our back leg is stretching out, our heels are aligned, our shoulders back and over. Taking a nice deep breath, offer, and come back and stretch out the front of you. There you go, look up to the sky, reach that arm behind you and stretch through. Taking a nice deep breath, bring your forearm down to the top of your leg, turn your hips and lift to the sky, spreading your fingers wide. And when you're ready, bring your ear and your bicep over each other, your arm, and really stretch through the whole side of you. Stretching, breathing. And then coming up, straightening that front leg, straighten it out. And once again, if you have a block nearby or anything else that you want to hold on to, you can do that. Put it on the inside, outside, turn, twist, and hold. Or if you don't have that, just put your hand on your shin or your ankle and open up and stretch. Both legs are long and strong and straight. Now soften your knee. Come right back up to that second warrior, looking over your fingers, stretching your arms both directions, bringing it around, and lifting, stretching through if you care to, and then bringing both feet up. We're back into mountain pose. Yay! Taking a nice deep breath and let it go out through your nose. Again, another deep breath in. Breathing is so important. We can all learn to slow down our breathing and take deep breaths, and we'll feel so much better. So bring your hands in the heart center. Taking a nice deep breath, and let's see what we have next. Okay, we have the warriors done. Oh, next on our cards that we're playing today, we have a whole series of stuff we're going to do on our bellies. So take a deep breath in, bring it down, take a leg back, you're in downward dog, and then bring your knees down to your mat. You are in tabletop. Taking a nice deep breath through your nose, and then release that breath. Let's do a child's pose right here, just to feel good. So bring your knees out, put your big toes together, and then let's press back and walk our fingers out and stretch our spine. Doesn't that feel good? Oh, it should feel good. Taking a nice deep breath. Let your forehead fall down if you can. And just stretch and breathe. Okay, let's come back up. Now, the first thing we have here, oh, this looks fun. So the first thing we have here is Superman. We're going to do Superman. So let's come down on a forearm, take a leg back, and let's get you down to your mat. So you're on your belly and your legs are behind you and your arms are underneath of you. And to do Superman, we're going to reach out in front of us like we're flying in the sky. We're looking down at our mat. We're going to take a nice deep breath, and we're going to come up on our rib cage, up on our hip bones, and we're going to fly through the air, breathing. And maybe we'll open up our legs in the back and lift up our chest and take our fingers towards our toes. And then we'll bring it back together and we'll fly. And we'll bring our fingers back to our toes. There goes my water. Let's fly. And bring it back and hold. And bring it down under. Ooh, Superman. So that's a good one for your backs. Next, we have what's called a plank. And we have two ways of doing a plank. So we can do it from our forearms and tuck our toes under, pressing down into everything. We can lift up and push back on our heels, and this is a low plank. And our head and our shoulders and our hips and our heels are all in a straight line. We can do a plank that way, or we can do a high plank. With your hands under your shoulders, your toes tucked under, we press and we lift up into a high plank. So whichever one you want to do is fine, but try one of them. It works our shoulders, it works our core, works our back. It's all good. So bring down your knees, make them a little wider than your shoulders, put your toes together again, and let's go back into that child's pose, and it's gonna feel good. And then I'm glad I knocked that water over, because remember, all day long, drink water. Water's good for you. Water's the best thing for you. So make sure you drink lots of it and try to stay away from that sugary stuff. Not so good for you. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is called the bow. Oh, the bow can be hard, but we're going to make it easy, okay? So come down on the forearm, come down on a forearm, take your legs back. We're down on our mat. So what we're going to do the bow is we're going to do a half bow first. We're going to reach out with the one hand, and we're going to reach back and grab our ankle. Now, if that's hard for you to do, I want you to take your knee off the mat. We're shortening our leverage so that you can grab your foot. All of us should be able to do that. So reach back, try to grab your ankle, and then try to bring it back behind your shoulder. And just stretch. Try to put the heel of your foot into your bun on your right side. Try to bring it back in. And then let that one go. And let's reach out with the other hand. Reach back and grab our ankle and try to bring that foot up to our bun. Take it out and stretch. And now maybe you want to try both. So reach back. If you can't grab both, take those knees out again. And then you can grab them, but try to bring them back behind your shoulders, okay? And then you're gonna lift up your chest and lift up your legs, and this is called a bow, okay? We're all together, so lift, 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 hold, stretch, and down. And you're breathing through the whole thing. Nice deep breaths. Don't hold your breath, okay? So that is our bow for today. We have another one while we're down here, and it's called the knot. So what we're going to do is take one hand through, all the way through. We're going to take the other hand over and try to reach out and walk over to the other side with our hands, crisscrossing in front. Looking down at our mat, try to walk your fingers a little farther, stretching out your shoulders. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out as you do your knot. Another deep breath in and another deep breath out. And bring your hands underneath, your elbows underneath your shoulders. And now just taking a nice deep breath through your nose and release the breath back out through your nose. The next one we have on our backs is called the bridge. So we're going to put our hands under our shoulders, come up, bring our knee in and bring ourselves around. And when we build the bridge, we're going to hold from behind our knees and lower ourselves slowly to our mats. Bring our heels in close so that we can touch them with our fingertips. Tuck your shoulders under, put your hands to the side, and we're going to lift up our hips high. We're going to take our hands and grab them and press our shoulders down and hold the bridge that we've made. You keep yours up. I'm going to take mine to the side so you can see what it looks like from the side. Pressing, tickling the backs of the heels, lifting up and pressing your hands down. Holding, building that bridge. Those hips are up high. Hands and shoulders pressing down, opening and bringing it down. Bring your knees into your chest and press your back down into the mat. That's a counter pose. Feels really good. Let's try that again. Bring your feet down close. Tickle the backs of your heels. Tuck your shoulders in, look up to the sky, and lift those hips up high, pressing into all parts of your feet. Take your hands and press your shoulders down. Take another deep breath in and a deep breath out as you lower down. Bring your knees in, press your back down into your mat. And then gather behind your knees and roll yourself up. Bring yourself around onto your mat. So we did all these parts. We did Superman. We did plank. We did bow, half bow and full bow. We did the knot. And we did the bridge. Oh, we only have a few cards left. So the next one we're going to do is going to require us to stand up again. So we're going to bring our knees around and we're going to go into that tabletop. We're going to press back, go into that downward facing dog, walk the dog, knee in, heel down, and then walk your feet right up to your hands. Come on up. And the next posture or pose we're going to do is called the tree. Now, you can stay on your mat or the rug, or you can step off of it. Because when we do this, it's all about balance, and we don't want anything too cushy. So, we're going to try to build a tree and grow a tree. And to do that, in fact, I'm going to come over here. We're going to open our toes. We're going to turn our heel to the side. We're going to press our shoulders back and open our knee. There we are starting the base of our tree with our feet rooted into the ground. And then to balance, you can bring that foot right up into your calf and stand tall, stand strong. Find something to look at. You can take your arms up to the sky and spread your branches wide and bring them back down and bring them in. Okay, let's try the other side. So turn your ankle, bring it there. Now you can hold here for your tree, but I'd like you all to try to slide it up into your calf, not on your knee ever. As you get stronger and more balanced, You can take that leg and bring it up in the side of your thigh and hold it. Remember, above your knee. Take your hands, roll your tree, and bring it back down to your center. That's our tree. Let's take it down, shake out our legs, shake out our fingers, and get ready to do an inversion. Now, what's an inversion? An inversion is when our legs go above our head. So, we're going to just go down to our mat, have a seat. We're going to do what's called a shoulder stand, or you can lay on your back and just put your legs up in the sky, whichever you want to do. But I want you to get your legs above your head. So we're going to roll down, and if you want, you can take your legs up to the sky and hold. Or you can lay on your back with your legs up to the sky and hold. All we want to do is make the blood flow down through our legs and hold. So you're either here or you're here, and you're breathing, taking it back down and holding. Knees to chest, taking in a nice deep breath, and then finally feet to mat. Open up your arms, and let's do windshield wipers. Over to the right side with our head going to the left. Breathing to our center, knees over to the left side, head to the right. Breathing to our center, letting our knees just go side to side as our head goes side to side. Bringing it back in, gathering from behind our knees and rolling ourselves up. Let's give ourselves a big hug. You did a great job today. Now the most important part, learning how to relax and move into our final relaxation. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a heel to one side of the mat, a heel to the other side, and lower ourselves down to our mats. We're going to take our palms of our hands and let them face the sky. And now I just want you to let your body melt into your mat. Taking a nice deep breath in through your nose. And then breathing out, all the way out, letting your belly rise. Another deep breath through your nose. Releasing and letting your belly rise. Just breathe in and let everything on your body relax. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and just let your back melt into your mat. Let go of all your muscles. Pretend they're falling off your bones. Take a deep breath again. Let your jaw relax. Let your eyeballs relax. Let your ears relax. Your jaw for sure. And just breathe in and breathe out. And know how good this is for you to learn how to relax your body. And now, when you're ready, I want you to bring your feet up, turn your knees to the side, and turn your body to the side. This is called baby pose. So the knees are in. It's a safe pose. It's like when we sleep on our sides. And when you're ready, we're going to push our way up into easy seated pose. Take your hands on your knees again, press your shoulders back. Take in a nice deep breath, raise your hands to the sky, bring your hands into heart center. It was so nice being here with you today. Let's practice. Let's make sure we use our bodies and stretch them and make them work for us. Get out into that fresh air and enjoy your day. Thank you. Namaste. Okay. Thanks for coming and joining me. Remember, my name is Michelee. We just did some yoga, and hope you feel good. Thanks. Okay, there.